Hello, I'm Scott Zambelli here.
And I'm Jill Webler, and we are Team Titans out of Realty Executives hometown in Shelby Township, Michigan.
And this is our special shelter in place edition where Jill and I are broadcasting from each of our homes.
Yeah, this is definitely a different way of doing business. But I actually kind of like this, that's how you succeed. You learn to adapt to change and see, how you can still conduct business. So we're making it work.
That's right. And uh, we just got off of our company's virtual meeting where we just got updates on what's going on with the real estate market, and we want to share that with you and let everyone know. Real estate is still going strong. We are definitely in different times right now, and if you are currently selling your home and it has gone pending, and meaning you have a contract, everything's moving forward. Nothing is getting stopped, so you don't have to worry about that. Uh, Everything's continuing. However, there are some slight changes to the timeline in that people are working on skeleton crews right now. People are getting sick. People are getting quarantined. So, in the process of getting the data they need, like mortgage payoffs or things like that, it's taking a little longer than usual. So, we are finding we may have to write some extensions addendums, but it's okay. Everything is still moving forward as planned, right, Jill?
Absolutely. And really quick, I want to be able to share this with all of my friends on Facebook. So I'm going to do that while we're talking. So if you see me looking down. But
Yeah,
yeah, like I said, it's a new way of doing business, but we're making it work. Like we said, we just had a meeting, and it gave us a lot of tools to still conduct business and not have any issues come up, hopefully. Um, so I'm excited, just to keep moving forward. I want to be able to help our customers as much as we can. The needs are still there. As I mentioned before, people are always expanding their family or maybe going through a divorce. Maybe you need to downsize. Maybe financially right now, it makes sense for you to downsize. There is always going to be a need for housing for all of us. So I want people to know that, we're still available for that, different tools that we can still make everything work. So
I'm just playing with the screens. That's right. And
are you
so
still
with
there?
that, I'm here. I was just trying to move around the screens.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
try and actually, I could do this. Just something to shake it up a little bit so people don't get bored with one view. Trying to figure out how to move you to the front. Let's see. Oh, there I go. Now I know. All right. So when you're talking, I can make you full screen for people to see. But anyways, yeah, as we
Fancy.
were saying,
Didn't mean I
things
want
are
this.
still yeah, still things are still moving forward with real estate. So that's the good news. If you have an existing contract, it will go forward. Don't you worry about it. Now, what if you don't have an existing contract? Well, we are still we're doing virtual tours. We are sharing your listing via photos and things like that. If you aren't actively signed yet, but you are thinking about selling your house or you're thinking about buying a house, we're using technology like this here. We can do private one-on-one, or in our case, two-on-one, because we can sign in separately, and we can do a private chat with you via video conference, and we can do a full buyer consultation, tell you everything that you need to know for getting pre-approved and get the ball rolling so that you can start looking at home soon as the market, the shelter in place order is lifted. But in the meantime, we can still browse the listings online, and you can narrow your search down so that when we are able to actually show the house, we can do that. If you love the house enough, you could still make an offer on the house. You don't have to see it, but that's risky. But you can do it if you want, if you love it that much. And if you want to
Right. And
list
I
your
think
house,
we
this
can
is
write up some stuff that well, I was just going to say, we have some options when we write up contracts that we can say it is subject to them seeing it in person when we get the lift and the go ahead that we can start looking at home. So there are creative things we can do to still write up the offers.
That's true. Definitely. And then for all of you out there who we've talked to quite a bit over the last 6 months or so, a lot of you have mentioned how after Easter you were planning on listing your home for sale. And Easter is right around the corner, and based upon our shelter in place timeline and things currently said by the president, he's expecting things to go back by Easter. Now, will it happen? We don't know. Maybe it's just optimism. But the point is, once it does come back and everything's able to go live, use this shelter in place time to get your house ready.
Right. Well, there are a lot of things we can do to help you with that. Like Scott said, I'm including myself in this, in just going through and decluttering my home. But if you're thinking about selling, one of the things that we can offer you is, if you want to maybe walk through your home, we can do a live video tour of your home, and we can go room by room and tell you what you need to do to make your house look its best. So when it comes time to listing, you're ready to go. So this would be a great use of your time, just to get the house prepped. And I was just telling Scott, I received an email, I believe it was Sherwin-Williams. You can call them or go online and order your paint, because you can go online and pick out your, look at the paint samples, and they will run it out to your car. So you can even do paint projects if you've got that on your to-do list. So those are some nice options.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, give us a call. Our number is scrolling along the bottom there, for our phone numbers, each of our individual phone numbers. And then the best place, though, to follow us is on our Facebook account. We have a number of ways that you can follow us here. But Team Titans RE, follow our page. Make sure you click the follow button, because whenever we do our posts, our listings, our video walkthroughs, that's where we primarily post. So that's the best way to track what's going on. We also have some great real estate apps. So if you want to be able to track things through your phone, let us know. We'll send you the link. It's free. You have loaded on your phone, and you can track the market however you want. You can keep track of your neighbors and what's for sale in your neighborhood. And it's a fun way just to keep your ear to the ground on what's happening in real estate in your area. So let us know that as well. I also want to point out, if you want to join in this conversation, if you have any real estate questions or just comments about the shelter in place in general, there's two options. You can either comment, and we'll track the comments here and answer them that way, or we can actually invite you, if you have a camera set up on your phone or your laptop, we can send you the invite link and let you talk, and pull you up visually onto the screen and join us in person. So we want to encourage dialogue here. You're more than welcome to join in the conversation. That's what we're here for, to answer whatever you need. So on that note, Jill, how have you been doing? How have you been handling the state shelter in place? How's it been going?
All right. So I am a people person for the most part. So it's been hard. I really miss seeing my friends. You mentioned earlier we had a online meeting with our coworkers, and it was so good just to see everybody, even though it was just on the screen. For me personally, it was a nice little start to my day. So yes, I miss everybody, seeing everyone in person. But what have I been doing to keep myself busy? Well, one of the things I try to do, and I will be the first to admit I have a long way to go, but I'm trying to learn to draw. I found that it's very relaxing for me. I find when I do creative things, it allows me to just focus on that, and I can turn off the other side of my brain that wants to do all the thinking and the to-do list and all that. So for me, drawing has been very relaxing. So if you want, I'm going to show you guys a few of my drawings. I have been posting them on my Facebook page, but I'm going to brag a little bit. All right. So
and I want to point out real quick, Austin. Jill, real quick. I want to point out to people that you are not a professional artist. You've only been drawing about 2 months now, right?
Yeah, if even that. I think I drew one picture a month ago and then started back up again like 2 weeks ago. So
right. So you've only drawn you've only drawn like 5 or 6 people so far. So I got to say,
yes.
As a professional artist myself, you have done a great job and how fast you are developing your ability to make draw likenesses. So keep that in
Oh,
mind.
thank you.
This is only like your 5th or 6th time drawing. But so
Yes.
I'm gonna enlarge the screen here so people can see what you're holding up.
Okay. So yes, I am a little embarrassed by my drawings because I think like I said, I have
Don't
so
be
far to go,
embarrassed.
but it's going to keep me moving forward. So okay, so here anyways this is my son. So this was the picture I was trying to copy, and let me see if I'm doing this right. Hold on. Ah, here we go. Here's the drawing. I don't know if this is better. Let's see. Here's a drawing, and then here was what I was trying to. So that was drawing number one. I haven't even shown my son yet, so he may be embarrassed that I'm showing it, but I'll show it to you. This is my daughter Ava. She plays basketball. So I drew that picture of her. And I'll just
It
show you a
looks
few more. I
great.
won't bore you with this. Thank you. Here's Ava when she was a baby. And what I did was I just found some old family pictures and just started drawing from that. And then here's Austin when he was younger. So gives you an idea. Just it's a way to make the time go by. It's about an hour to 2 hours it takes me to draw it, but I'm loving it. So I'm hoping with this, lock in. Now that I have some extra time with practice, I will get better. I hope. But I've been doing that. I've also been trying to organize a little bit. Boy, I am one that can get clutter. I have 4 kids, and so I held on to like pretty much everything, all of their artwork, their report cards. So I need to organize all that. So that's on my to-do list. Also, I am trying to exercise. As maybe you know, I run marathons. I've signed up for the Detroit Free Press Marathon this fall. So I want to keep momentum going, and staying in the house all day does not allow that. So I've been trying to get out and walk a little bit. I want to add running to it. Also, I'm doing Weight Watchers. So I am the type of person who likes to stress eat. That is how I gained a lot of my weight prior. I've lost 34 pounds so far. So obviously, with all this going on in our world, that makes me want to stress eat. But I keep reminding myself I have been on Weight Watchers now for a year. So I don't want to undo all that hard work. So I am still being very diligent with my eating, and I even lost a pound this week. So I was thrilled about that. So that's been my focus. Last week I had to do shopping. I am not one of those people who keeps a lot of groceries on hand. I like to go every 3 days roughly. I like to eat fresh food, things of that nature. So I had to do a lot of shopping to get my groceries for the next couple weeks. So that kept me busy. But I'm enjoying my time with my kids. My daughters are doing some baking. We're going to try making some fresh homemade bread, which I have not done yet. So I'm looking forward to doing that with them. Just, miscellaneous stuff here at home. Definitely missing everybody. I've been calling, my family just to make sure they're all doing well, as I'm sure everybody else is doing. But thinking ahead and figuring out ways to make this time productive. I don't want to waste it just sitting around watching TV all day. So that's what's going on in my life. Now, what about you? What have you been up to?
Well, I was able to pull up your picture on your Facebook here. There's the
yay.
drawing
I
of
love
Austin.
that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
I
we
did
can
that
see it
last
side by
night.
side.
Yeah, I did that last night. I finished about midnight. I couldn't sleep, so I drew.
There's your daughter.
Yep, there's Ava. That's her basketball picture. She decided she was going to try some different sports. So this year she's trying basketball.
And this one I thought was amazing.
Ava
You did a great job here.
Thank you. I got to tell you, for me, I struggle with faces and drawing hands and feet. So I have to definitely work on that. But one thing I found that I'm pretty good at is drawing clothes. So I felt like that outfit was pretty easy for me to draw. I just got to figure out how to draw the body parts now.
Right. Yeah. So there you go. There's some of the things going on there. So let's.
My friends on Facebook have been so
I'm
encouraging.
sorry, what?
I'm sure there's my friends on Facebook have been so encouraging. You know, I post these pictures and sometimes I'll look at them a couple hours later and think, oh my gosh, I should have never posted it. This looks terrible. But my friends have been encouraging me to keep moving forward. So I appreciate that.
Nice. Yeah, really good job. You've progressed quickly. The one picture you did show, which is your very first drawing, which I absolutely love.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
the Dr. Phil.
Oh boy, did
Like,
I post it? I didn't post it on Facebook, did I?
no, you never posted that. But what was funny is when you drew it, you didn't. I, I right away I knew who it was. So you did good.
I should try to find that one. I'll have to post that, but yeah, I'm gonna laugh back at this. I think a couple months from now, I'll laugh at my beginning portraits. But you, on the other hand,
Yeah.
are a professional. This would be a good time if you. Why don't you bring up something? Now, to give you guys a background on Scott, years he's been drawing. I'll let him tell you all that. But he is truly a professional. He travels the world. He does Comic Cons. He does his prints on multi-mediums. Like he does metal prints, which are amazing. I've never known an artist before, so when I see his artwork, I can't comprehend how the brain and the hand can make such beautiful artwork. And Scott does a lot of commissions. So if there's certain things you would like him to draw, does that. He sells them. So obviously with our our shelter in place, he has more time on his hands to do some drawings for you guys. But Scott, are you able to bring up some of the latest drawings?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll show it. My computer runs pretty slow when I open up the other screen, so I'll just hold up a couple things. But unlike Jill, I'm not a people person. I pretend to be, and I'm very good with people, but I'm a introvert at heart. And personally, I'm loving the shelter in place. I'm loving being at home and being in isolation, and focusing on my artwork these last few days. So for those who don't know, these are what's called sketch covers. I'll make myself full screen here. These are sketch covers. What they are they're the comic books, but they are, I should take these out of the sleeves. They'll be easier to see. It's the full comic books published by the publishers, and you can see inside, it's the regular comic book that they do. But what they do is they print it with a blank cover on the top here, and then the artist is able to draw right on it. So each cover is an original piece of art. So this here is the Star Wars Annual, issue number 1. So I did Princess Leia as Boushh or Boushh. That's from Return of the Jedi, and it's done in marker and ink. That's when she was in disguise to rescue Han Solo. So that one I finished this morning. This one was 2 days ago. It's the Savage Wolverine, issue 14. So I did.
By the way, they both are amazing. I love both of them.
Thank you.
You captured his emotion in that picture.
Yeah.
Which I think is hard to do. I didn't realize how difficult it was to just draw just a regular face, let alone capture emotion.
Yeah.
So that's true talent.
Yeah. So this here also marker and ink. I'm very happy with how that one turned out. Did that one 2 days ago. All these are currently for sale. I typically sell these at comic book conventions, but a lot of artists right now are struggling because a lot of our primary income is from the comic book conventions, and a lot of those have been canceled for the next few months. So if you know an artist, support your local artist.
Order these?
What?
If people want to buy these, what would be the best way for them to get a hold of you if they want to buy or commission you to do a drawing?
You can follow me on my art page. I'll type that up really quick here. So let's see here. I'll put that here. Actually, what we'll do is we'll create a banner. Let's see, and I'll put my Facebook.com/The Art of Scott. If you look up The Art of Scott, The Art of Scott Zambelli. If you type that in, you'll also find me. But here, I'll put that on the screen. There we go. So you can see that.
There you go. Okay.
So there's that. So yeah, so these are, once again, this is a Scarif Trooper from Rogue One. Also marker and ink. You can see that it's the full comic book on the inside. So everything's backwards when you move it. There you go. Yeah, so you can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/theartofscott
Now, can I add in another little plug for you? Since we all have a lot of time on our hands, I would like to let you guys know, Scott, one of his pieces that he drew has been made into a puzzle. And I was shocked I've gone to Walgreens, Target, and seen these puzzles for sale on the shelf. So that would be another thing. If you guys are looking for a puzzle to do, Scott, I believe you still have some in hand.
Yep,
so maybe they can contact you about.
Yeah, and what I do is I sign the boxes so that you'll get a signed box. They're still sealed with the puzzles inside. And if you make a corner of the puzzle and bring that corner to me, I'll sign it so that your puzzle itself is signed as well. So, yeah, just rebagging these. Got to keep them safe. Yeah, so it's been fun. I've been loving it. I've also been working hard on, I have a comic book series that I created and wrote. It's called Crimson Shadows. It comes out later this year. If you go to my Facebook page, the one I posted, facebook.com/theartofscott, you'll see samples of pages 1 through 3. I got the colors all done. I've got an awesome creative team working with me. So I'm handling the writing, the layouts, and the colors. My friend of mine, Jay Travis Smith, amazingly talented artist. He's handling the pencils. He's drawing out all the pages in pencil. My friend Kevin Miner.
Are you able to bring up?
I'll try.
Are you able to bring up why we're talking about it? Yeah, let's see if we can show them.
Try. My friend Kevin Miner is handling inks, and then another awesome friend of mine, Brett Pinson, who I do Odd Musings with, my regular podcast every Wednesday. He's handling the lettering of the book, so he'll be taking care of that portion. Let's see.
Are you able to share a little bit about the plot of this book? Or are you keeping that quiet for right now?
I'll just give a teaser, and that teaser is it takes place in the late 1800s in England, and it's a story of it combines Jack the Ripper, vampires, angels, and demons. They all come crashing together into this exciting story. It's a new, I don't know about new, but I'm calling it the genre. I'm calling it Christian horror. It's going to implement elements of Christianity into it. Basically, think of it this way. You have vampires in fiction, and the whole basis behind vampires is all about how basically you're damned if you become a vampire, and somebody gets bitten and they're condemned. But I was looking at that like, well, through our worldview as Christians, how would that work if vampires were real? Because you don't lose your salvation accidentally. Somebody bites you against your will, you wouldn't lose your salvation. So this is kind of a look at what is a vampire through the lens of Christianity, and what is the potential cure and all that stuff. But it all mixes in all this other stuff into it as well. So we get a pretty cool blend of stuff. So that's the teaser.
I think the timing of this, I think it sounds exciting. The timing of this, I think, is really good. I feel like the whole zombie story has been played to death. I know that movie or that series Dracula came out not too long ago. So I feel like there's
on
kind
BBC,
of an interest now
BBC
going in that
did
direction.
Dracula for Netflix, and it was very well done. And this is a story I actually wrote years ago. and it's just always has been on the back burner. And I've been very blessed through real estate to, I lived as a professional artist for 10 years, and they call it being a starving artist for a reason. It's tough making a living on it as an artist, but I did it for a long time. And just with the way conventions have, the whole, everything has been changing these last few years. And so I decided to go back into real estate. I got my license back in 2002, did it for a long time, got out of it for a while. Now I'm back. I've been doing it for the last few years now. Anyways, being back in real estate has really blessed me with a regular income that I've been able to get all my bills caught up and paid. And now I can actually hire other artists to work on my projects with me. And so that's been such a great thing. And when you have a team of people working on it, it gets done so much faster. Because when you do a full project by yourself,
you do have an awesome team.
Yeah. And when you do a full project yourself, people don't realize how much work goes into a single issue. And, like I have another comic series called Emmanuel, God with Us. But, I come out with one issue a year because I'm doing everything myself. So then when I found my scripts on a former computer, I was downloading everything from, I was excited to see it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to move this forward and get everything flowing. So we're going to be doing the Kickstarter later this year. My goal, assuming everything can keep moving forward with the shelter in places and San Diego Comic in July still, my goal is to have everything ready for publication and launching at San Diego Comic-Con for my premiere.
Very good. Yeah, I'm impressed. I get to same office as Scott. I really think this is going to take off. Yeah, this is amazing. The artwork is incredible. I'm hoping Scott can maybe bring up a piece while we're talking here, but
it's a little more difficult to do that.
Travis.
I'll try to pull up a piece from my phone and hold it up and see how that goes. Let's see here.
Travis is an amazing artist.
Go ahead.
And then, all right, and then Kevin, I didn't realize about him, but he does an amazing inking job. It brings a lot of drama to these pictures, and with the storyline, it really works well. And then I know with Brett, he's going to do a great job with the typeset.
Let's see.
So I don't know. I'm excited. There you go. So you can see, look at the drama in these pictures. They very much convey so that it's just a faint hint, one page of about.
Yeah, here's another. I'll do one more.
I'm loving it. I'm
walking, whatever, depending on
to the people's to work right now. So I just, I think it's going to have to just kind of watch the course of the mindful of this and to be obedient to them.
Right. Exactly.
That's where I'm at with that.
We're talking here, or call them back after, but live. So to join in, I'm asking if he's
background. Yeah, who Manny Nino is. I have known Manny just for a couple years, an amazing job for my customers. A lot of times our customers don't have a blender, and so they will ask us for our customers, and they've been very satisfied. A lot of products at other banks, traditional, but they also have some other things that the situations that might be a little bit different for us. And so if you out with that, Steve, feel free to call us and we'll get you in touch. So that is one of the businesses that are going to, so, we can let the mortgage rep.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's see.
In the coming week or so with Manny, advertise it so that our customers can.
Well, I've lost almost. You start leveling out. Popular diets right now going on that jack up your metabolism in the long, and then some. So there's Jill's right. Like it's so easy to track. And what
coffee. So I already know because I eat that. Just want to show you how easy this app is. Egg, so it's saying 0 points. I can go in and adjust, but I can put in any food I want. There's a barcode scanner, the actual food, and it'll tell me So that's what makes it so easy to do. Restaurant, a lot of the in there as well, and then you can bring item that's on the menu that you're interested in for that. So they make it my favorite foods already memorized the day. have a turkey chili recipe that we like to healthy. It's taught me a lot.
Well, it really
I was the
is
type of
the
person.
choices that you make that make all the difference.
Yes. I was the person who would have 2 Cokes a day, I'm not kidding you. Fast food every day, snacked all day long. My choices were not good ones. So this has
Yeah.
taught me to rein in all those bad choices and start focusing on healthy eating, which I know a lot of people right now. One thing I told Scott when I've gone grocery shopping, I have noticed the chip aisle, the aisles that have the cookies, like the junk food, seem to be fully stocked. Now, I don't know if people are just making better choices and trying to eat life-sustaining food that's healthier right now, or are these businesses just they sell so much that they're quickly stocking the shelves. I'm not sure which it is, but I've noticed a lot of healthier options are the ones that are being chosen. So good for you guys that you're doing that.
Right. So let's do this here. Invite. I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna pull up the link. Actually, Jill, do you know how to pull up the link to invite people?
I do. Yes, I can pull it up.
Okay, so do this. Do pull up your link, your invite link. Send it to me via
Okay.
Facebook Messenger, and I'll copy it and paste
All
it
right.
into here so that people can get you get 1 month free through Jill's invite link. And if you want to
I just
test
sent
this
it to you.
out through Facebook Messenger,
Yep. Did it come yet?
well, I got to open it up. It looks like it came, so I'm going to
Okay.
do this. Here it is. So I'm going to copy it in here. Everything's dragging while I do the other stream here. So while we're doing that, but anyways, what I was saying earlier, while I get this link, the choices you make matter, and this is not a diet; it's a lifestyle change. And so many people I know who, when they hear about me being on this, they're like, "Oh, you must always be hungry." I'm not at all. I eat fine. It's just making different choices. For instance, the amount of calories in red meat versus the number of calories in the same amount of turkey meat is huge. And so just by making slight adjustments to what you eat, it makes all the difference.
Yeah, this has
With
been
Jill, she was
eye-opening for
drinking,
me.
right, versus all different, right?
Yeah, I am proud to
Can you
say
hear
I
me?
am completely off all pop. So that was in itself
Nice.
worth it, just off the pop.
Yeah. Well, and also it's saving you a ton of money.
Correct.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
I just feel like
I'm
overall,
gonna
I'm now giving
copy.
my body the nutrients it needs to be its best. Which is what I want for everybody. We all want to be healthy. I know we can get into that lazy habit of, hey, I'm short on time. I did it for all these years. I'm just going to stop at a fast food restaurant, but this forces me to kind of plan a little bit ahead. Like, what are the things I know, Scott, you do this too. I make like a dozen hard-boiled eggs at a time. Those are my go-to. Like, if I am short on time, those are cooked and ready to go for the next few days. My kids love it too. We do egg salad sandwiches or just eat them plain, raw, cooked but plain. But there's just different things like that. It's just planning ahead. That turkey chili I mentioned, making that once a week so that's ready to go on days where I don't have time to cook. So it's just planning, and that's with anything in life. If we plan, ahead, that's when you're successful. So
That's right. This is taking forever. Let me click this here. Let me try to open this in another
now, so
page.
I have a
There we
question for you while you're doing that. While you're pulling that up, so have you found now that you are homebound? Are you tempted more to eat or no? Do you
I
feel like
have
it's because you're
not.
at home more?
Well, I think a key part is how long we've been doing this for. Um, it's it has really it's this is really not working here. Let's click that again. Because we're approaching our 1 year mark. And one thing I've learned is my taste has actually changed. It's not what it used to be. It was I used to love candy and carbohydrates and all. I enjoy grapes and apples, and I actually prefer it to those other things. So I find it very interesting. So am I tempted to eat more? I am, but I'm still eating the low point or 0 point items, so it's not affecting my weight.
It's start to notice how sweet fruit
Ever
tastes.
for me to
I was so used to the artificial. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I was so used to having artificial sweeteners, through candy and pop that I forgot what real fresh fruit tasted like with sweetness in it. And so now I really appreciate it.
right. Let's see. This is pacing some crazy long thing. Let's see if this works. Error is usually temporary. Oh, it's trying to post on those. So this crazy long thing posted. We'll see if it. I don't know. Here, this is what went
if
to the
people are
link.
interested.
Look at this.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's long. Well, if people are interested, they can contact us and we can send the link directly to them.
Yeah, all we need is your email, Facebook, or phone number, and we can just send the link direct.
Yeah.
It's given me a weird long. What it's doing is Facebook is taking the actual. Oh, wait. Here we go. I think I got it.
You figured it out?
Well, we'll find out. It's not letting me just do a regular. There we go. Copy. I don't think it did it, but let's see. Paste.
All right. So while you're doing that, I want to change the subject here, if that's okay, unless you wanted to stay on the topic. So I know you are a member of the 501st Legion. So do you explain to people what that is?
501st, we are the world's largest costuming group. We're affiliated with Lucasfilm. The easy way we dress up as Star Wars characters for charity and events. We if it's an official Lucasfilm event, they have the 501st come along. We make our own costumes, but we make them to the same standards of what you see on the movies regarding their look and feel. We get the proper materials and fabrics and all that stuff. So, but we do it for charity. We do hospital visits, parades. If you're having a charity event and want us present, we come along. We charge nothing. We're always free. However, we do ask that you make a donation on behalf of the 501st to a children's charity of your choice. If you don't have one, we do a lot with oh god, I'm blanking all of a sudden. The Miracle Network. There, they do the Final Wishes.
Make a Wish
Foundation. So we do a lot with them and various other charities as well. So yeah, it's fun.
Now the reason why
I have a Stormtrooper costume that I have. I've been a Stormtrooper since 2013, and then more recently, I'm with what's called the Rebel Legion. It's the good guy side. The 501st is all the bad guys. We say bad guys doing good is our motto. And then the Rebel Legion is our sister organization where I am a X-Wing pilot and a Hoth Rebel pilot as well. So those are my 3 costumes that I currently have.
Now, the reason why I brought this up was I've been introduced to people that work for the 501st, Al Tong and Ron Zill.
Yeah.
And I saw on Facebook yesterday, this is just another example of people doing good in our community. Ron dressed up in his Stormtrooper outfit and took his dog for a walk, subdivision, and different neighbors posted pictures they took of him doing this. So of course the kids and the neighbors all loved it. El Tong did the same thing. He put on his Stormtrooper outfit. Got showing some pictures there. And
That's
he
Ron
went to
walking
get
his
his
dog.
mail in his car. Yeah. So
What's
I
funny is
absolutely
what
love
Ron is
that.
doing. What's Ron? We're called the 501st, and so at 5:01 p.m. is when he goes for his walk in his stormtrooper.
Oh, good
So
idea. I didn't realize
yeah,
he
so
timed it.
he's calling it his 5:01 walk. So there's
I
Ron.
love it. Absolutely love it. That brought us to my
It did make me
yeah.
think like maybe I should do that, but I don't know. I think everyone would be like calling the cops, like, "Hey, there's some weird guy walking down the street in his stormtrooper gear."
Well, you don't have a dog to walk, so
Right?
you have cats. You can try to walk your.
Yeah.
So yeah, it may not have the same effect if you just randomly walking. It might scare people. I don't know.
Yeah, like why is this guy out there? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. But Ron's awesome. He's a great guy. He does so much work for the 501st and for charities, and so he does an insane amount of troops. And so for him, he was posting the other day how he was starting to have troop withdrawal, because it's been a while. So that's what he did.
Yeah, I think when this is all over, everyone is just going to be celebrating and so happy to see each other, and I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that. So
So I see we got some people watching right now. We got nine viewers currently at this moment. If any of you want to join us, let us know. We can send you post in the comments, or we can send you a invite so you can join us on video. So how are your kids
maybe you
doing
guys,
with
some of the things. Oh, well, I was just
how are
going to
your
say real
kids
quick,
doing with
maybe
the
our
doing
viewers
school
can.
from home?
Oh, okay. Let me just real quick say maybe some of our viewers, or you and I are talking, can chime in with some things they're doing to stay occupied during their stay at home. But regarding my
Definitely.
kids, so my son still has a job. He works for a pizza considered a necessity because they provide food. So he's been busy with that. My girls have been spending a lot of time on their phone, playing video games. They were playing their ukuleles a couple nights ago, making up songs. They love to do that, which is really enjoyable. My daughter Alexis plays violin. I'm a proud mom, so I'm going to brag on her for a minute, but she's been playing since kindergarten. So she's been still taking her lessons weekly using the app Zoom. Her teacher
Now for
watches
her,
plays and then directs her.
she's she was doing really well in the band competitions there. Those got canceled from all this, didn't they?
Yes, they did. So she's kind of bummed about that. She understands. We got to give these kids credit. They're dealing with a lot. This is, as adults, we have some level of maturity and we have ways of coping with things that when they don't go as planned. Our kids are still learning those skills. So I've been extremely proud of my kids. They've not really shown a lot of fear about this. They just kind of seem to be rolling with it, which is one thing I love about kids. They're pretty flexible and can roll with changes. But boy, this is going to be, they're definitely going to remember down the road, as we all will. But yeah, there's a lot of disappointment and missing competitions. I feel, but she expressed concern. She feels bad for the seniors that are in band this year because there were special things they would normally do as seniors to celebrate their last year, and so they're not able to do that. And I know, as well as with graduation, a lot of things are up in the air as far as what the graduates will do. But I'm hoping when this is all behind us, there's going to be some grand parties for all these seniors, and maybe we can come up with some creative things to still celebrate their year. But my kids are doing very well. One thing they've commented on, which I have to laugh, like I mentioned before, I'm not one that keeps a lot of food around the house. I like to, just every few days go buy some. And so they're enjoying this amount of food that we have. So I've had to, tell them, let's be careful with our choices. We don't want to eat it all in one day. We need to space this out. So I'm not having to go to the store very often. So they've been doing a good job of that. Now, one of the things I don't know, for people who don't have kids may not know this, but a lot of the school districts are providing food for the students. And it doesn't matter your income, if you were getting free food before, it's just a way that the schools are reaching out to A, let the kids know they're thinking about them still, but B, to make sure, you know, for some kids, this is their only source of food, what was provided at the school. So, you know, our particular school district, we're in the Romeo schools. I know Utica's doing this as well, are providing lunches and breakfast for the students. They have been very good about that. So that's, you know, just something nice, again, that our community is offering. If people have that need, they can reach out to their local district and find out if their district is one of the ones providing this.
Very good information. Well, I think, you know, we're approaching the 1 hour mark here. So I think this will be a good stopping point. We're going to try to, you know, we'll try again tomorrow. We're going to chime in tomorrow. We'll do another live stream. We're going to, at least while this is happening, we'll at least do a segment every day where we can pop in, say hi to everyone. Proof of life video, so you know we're still here. And
I don't know.
yeah, but,
I enjoy just seeing how people are doing. So hopefully our viewers are enjoying this as well. So.
Yeah, and if you have any topics you'd like us to talk about, comment in the thread also. You know, send in requests for topics. If you know anything like that, we can talk about things you can do during shelter in place as far as, you know, maintenance in your exterior, you know, for your house. You know, we've talked about it before, but you know, it's the time of year where you can go out, check the grading around your house, things like that, fix, you know, make sure your batteries are up to date, blah, blah, blah. But we can cover those kind of topics as well. So whatever you have, you know, let us know. Give us your requests for topics, because we're going to be talking on here, and hopefully we'll be getting some of you to join us, and we want to get as many people involved in these conversations as possible. We're also going to put out some invites to some industry people we know to have them join us as well, and we're trying to make this as informative but fun also for everyone. So Jill, thanks for doing this. And if any of you have questions, you can reach me at 586-549-6096, or you can give Jill a call, and her number is?
I can be reached at 586-277-2145.
And that was 586-277-2145. All right. All right. Well, on that note, we appreciate everyone joining us. And until tomorrow, stay safe. God bless. Have a great day.
Be healthy.